Hi, I'm back with another read. The energy that I'm getting from this read, or how I'm going to read this read, is like I I can resonate with this read. Okay, so in my life, I had realized there is a rhythm of life. There is a flow of life. You experience ups, you experience downs. You experience ups, you experience downs. At first, I did not know this. So when it was my ups, I'd be having fun. But when it was my downs, I'd be down. So I started realizing, like, hold on, this always happened. So then I told myself, when I'm up, be happy, enjoy, experience it, love it, but know that you might have a down because you might have a down. So save some money, or, you know, um, when you partying hard, try not to party too hard. Don't get too cocky. Don't get too arrogant because whatever you have, it can be taken, or you could just experience down a rainy day. You get what I'm saying? Like, then I start reading the Kabbalion. They have these 12 universal laws, cause and effect, the law of rhythm, the law of, it's a lot of different things in there. You get what I'm saying? And it started to match what I knew, the law of rhythm, ups and downs. The swing, however, the measure of the swing to the right is the measure of the swing to the left. So as much bad that you experience is as much good that you can experience, or not, because you could stay stuck in just experiencing bad. But as much as bad that you experience is as much good that you can experience, right? So I started knowing that and I started living by that. Like, so people would be like, something down. You going through all of this shit right now. Why you calm? Why you're not going crazy? Why you not mad? Why you not this? And I couldn't really explain it because sometimes people want to know, but they actually don't want to understand. So I done went through this explaining people and telling them about, oh, look, you got to know about the spiritual. You got to know about, they don't care. So it's like I really didn't really say nothing. But in my mind, this is how I was thinking. Well, when you experience a up, you're going to experience a down. So while you experiencing this down, you have to learn how to regulate your nervous system, regulate your emotions, regulate your knowing, regulate your consciousness. That could be, you could use that time as a hibernation. That's what I called it. Like, how some people say, grind all winter, fucking up the summer. That is the rhythm of life. That's the law of rhythm. You get what I'm saying? You got your season for ups, you got your season for down. So when I had my seasons for down, I had already stacked. I'm calm, I'm cool, I'm collected, I'm good. I'm not worrying, I'm not stressing, none of that, right? But then it was like the law of rhythm started being fucked up. I was experiencing this good times, I was experiencing these good times, and then I started experiencing bad times. I'm like, okay, I'm being calm through the bad times. I'm being calm through the bad times for about a year because I'm so much annoying. My good time's gonna come again. My good time's gonna come again. Now it's a year and a half. I'm starting to get a little bit worried, but I'm still not tripping. My good time's gonna come again. It's 2 years. I'm still experiencing bullshit for 2 years. Nah, this ain't no coincidence. The law of rhythm is fucked up. Somebody fucking with my law of rhythm. And these is exactly how the cards is coming out. I'm telling y'all. Somebody fucking with the law of rhythm. Something going on. I ain't got my good back yet. It's so much now that everything that I done saved up is gone. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm supposed to be back up to the point where, like, now I'm supposed to be experiencing getting more money again. So when I do have another bad, I'm going to be saving again. No, it was just all bad for like 2 years and shit. So I'm like, damn, what the fuck going on? So I went within my inner temple. That's what we have here. You, when I'm saying I and I'm saying me, you went through this too. Somebody out there has went through this too. Because sometimes when I do reads, I keep them for me. Right? I'm like, maybe that's just for me. But other time when I put these reads out here, I feel like this is for a collective. This is for a majority of us. You get what I'm saying? We had learned this law, this rhythm of law. So then once we start realizing, like, damn, we going through too much bad for too long. Something ain't adding up. We went within our inner temple. We went within our, like, this body is nothing but a temple. We went in on the end and talked to the person that's inside of us. Like, we was walking around as a shell. Motherfuckers could have been talking to us and we could have been in our mind talking to our damn self trying to figure out what the fuck is going on. You get what I'm saying? So you start going within. You start connecting with yourself. You start being in silence. You start finding peace. You start trying to heal. You start trying to search for your soul. Like, where am I? Where is going on? What's going on? Whatever. Right? You could have found out something. You could have crossed paths with someone who wanted to. Somebody probably could have wanted to cross up your paths, or they wanted to. Somebody could have tried to cross up your paths, right? Hold on.
Who just texted me?
So you went within. You start asking yourself questions like, "What's going on? Why the law ain't working no more? What's going on?" You like I didn't.
Say I won't call Drake.
You start applying certain things. Like you had already been applying things. You had already applied the rhythm of the law of rhythm to your life. You had already applied the law of cause and effect to your life. Like so you stopped doing things. Like say if you were doing things when you was a child or whatever, and then you didn't realize what you was doing, but as you grew up you start realizing like, dang, what I do has an effect on others. It has an effect on my life. It has an effect on certain things. So you start, being using conscious effort to use your, like you start using conscious effort to apply what you know, and even that wasn't working. Like all the lessons that you have been through, everything that you have taught people, or every advice that you have gave people, or every advice that people have gave you, or every time that no one was there, or whatever it was going, you start reminiscing, and you start, playing back everything in your life. You start thinking like, what was I applying? What didn't I apply? What did I do? You start even using new applications. You stay optimistic. You stay on your grind. You stay, you know, fierce. Then you could have went into some sort of like depression or something. Like you got locked into your inner temple. You start really feeling bad. You start really resenting yourself or resenting people around you or whatever it was. Like you felt like your roads were crossed. You felt like your path was crossed. You get what I'm saying? So then truth start coming to you. You could have started having dreams. You could have started getting messages. You could have started getting synchronicity. Whatever it is, you start getting some sort of truth. And within that truth, you heard the divine. Divine was talking to you closely. You start releasing control of what you thought you had control of. You start being in harmony with what your life was now. So after you thinking there's ups and downs, up and downs, you got stuck in the down. You still was hoping for ups, and then you actually got pulled to the down, and you actually start feeling down. You just let everything go. You became at one with that reality, and you chose the path. Like you felt like you was in darkness. Like that shit had you locked into darkness. So now you knew the path of light, and you also knew the path of darkness. You wanted, and you chose. You said, I'm gonna choose the path of light. No matter what, even though I feel like I'm in darkness, even though I feel like I'm trapped, even though I feel like shit ain't going how it's supposed to be going or whatever, like I done applied everything I was supposed to apply. I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. You feel like your paths block your whatever. You start seeking truth. You start getting truth from some sort of intuition or whatever it is. You get what I'm saying? And you said, man, even though I'm in darkness, I choose the path of light. And you could be still in darkness, and you could be still feeling like, man, I want to choose the path of light. I want success. I want happiness. I want freedom. I want everything to come together in my life. I want my paths to be uncrossed. And you start um, dreaming about the path of light. You start thinking about how would the path of light look. No matter if you was in darkness or not, you still had this open possibility to this path of light. Despite any obstacles, despite anything, you kept seeking wisdom. You told yourself you was gonna improve more and more each day, even if it was a little bit. Each and every fucking day, you pulled yourself up out of this darkness with the faith that you have. Your light within you grew bigger and bigger. You started to become more confident that there would be light at the end of the tunnel. You're becoming more confident that there will be light at the end of the tunnel, even though you still feel like you keep getting hit with this, with certain shit that is not a part of the rhythm. That's how you know somebody fucking with the scales. Somebody is fucking with the fucking causes and effects. Somebody is fucking with your life or whatever. And even if it's you in an unknowingly way, it's something that is fucking with the shit. But you still feel like you're gonna find light at the end of the tunnel. So now you're at the point where you are crossing into the light wholeheartedly. You're just going to cross into the light. You get what I'm saying? And you're going to do it with faith. You're going to do it regardless. You have already been in hell. You have already been in darkness. You have already faced challenges. You have already faced ups. You have faced a lot of things. You get what I'm saying? You have faced your inner truth. You have faced your inner knowing. You sat within your temple. You sat within your darkness. You sat within your light. You get what I'm saying? And now you chose light. And you, it's because motherfuckers will get trapped in their darkness and just choose darkness. No, you kept on to the path of light, and now you're crossing into this light, whether you know this or not. You have like all of the old bridges in your life, no matter if you tore them down by force because you said fuck that, you still trying to come across this bridge and get to me. Boom, boom, you start chopping it down, or motherfuckers broke bridges they self with you, whatever it was. A lot of bridges have came crumbling down, and it's like you are creating new bridges. You are on a new journey. You have did some type of inner transformation. You have been practicing the universal laws, I feel like, or you should look into those universal laws. Um, because you have been doing this knowingly or unknowingly. You are trying to stay positive in every situation. Like, you could get negative thoughts and you're trying to reassure your thoughts each and every day. Like, you literally are just working off of faith right now. But this is helping you grow, and this is helping you to evolve as you cross the bridge towards this light that you so much of want, that you so much of embody, no matter if people try to dim it or whatever the case may be. Like, you are aligning with your true self. Like, the rhythm of life is getting ready to start to flow in the way that it needs to again. um you are looking to embrace joy. You are trying to open your heart and heal your heart. You are releasing what no longer serves you. You are aligning with your true self. You accept both of what you have and what you do not have. Like I said, like, you just realizing, like, you know what, if this is my new path, I'm just gonna correct this path, or whatever it is, I'm just gonna start building anew. Like, fuck all of that, and you're starting to just accept it and move on. You're grateful, and you're trying to you're like telling yourself to just be grateful for what you have. Like, you are literally learning to be more grateful, and being more at peace. You are striving for harmony. um you are looking to, like, unite everything in your life and just dance. Like, you just want to feel so free and feel so good and just witness all of this magic that you have unfold. And it's just basically solely off of the inner strength, the inner faith, the wisdom that you seek. You have used your inner power through this whole thing. You have been using your inner power, even in your defeated state, and even in your rising up, coming out state, and even when you would be in your true power once again. You recognize the significance that you have. You are embracing your true strength. Like, no matter, like, you could just really be doing so much in this world and really not know how powerful you are. But you are going to walk into, it's like baby steps. I could be saying this, you like, that's not in my life right now. It's going to happen. Like, over time, you are going to feel your inner power. You are going to embrace your true strength. You are going to face you have faced all your adversities. Like, you are facing your obstacles. You get what I'm saying? You remain steadfast. Even if you stumble, you are going to rise. You knowing that you are filled with the power of the universe. Like, you are making yourself know that you are filled with the power of the universe. You are starting to accept and appreciate yourself for who you are, not for who you want to be, not for who you will be, but for who you are right now. Because who you are right now is connected to your future, connected to your higher self. People only want to talk about, oh, my higher self, but they do not know the only person who helped your higher self become your higher self would not be a higher self without who you the fuck you are today. Without your lower self. If you really want to give it up to your higher self, give it up to your lower self too. And we need to start praising our lower self too. Because motherfuckers started off with a fucking idea and they was cooking out their house. And next thing you know, they had a whole motherfucking $1 million restaurant. You get what I'm saying? But if it wasn't for that lower self starting, they higher self would not have that $1 million restaurant. And so you have to remember to embrace all of you. And that's what I feel like you have done. You embrace the dark part of you. You embrace the good part. Like, you have and you have transformed. You said, you know what, I'm making the choice to cross into the light. And I want to go on this path of light. And I'm going to apply everything that I have learned. I'm going to apply my truth. I'm going to apply all of these things. And you want to, like I said, you bringing your focus into the present. You starting to be more present in the moment. You starting to connect with your inner light. You starting to unite with yourself, innerly, outerly, um, wholly. You get what I'm saying? You're finding peace in your heart, like on your own, even if nobody has whatever. Like, it's just solely you wanting to be at peace. You finding your own divinity. You shining, no matter what. Giving yourself a solid foundation. Like, you're working towards giving yourself a solid foundation no matter what. You are working on balancing out the scales of the rhythm of life no matter the fuck what. You done beating yourself up. You done feeling bad that you thought you miscalculated the laws of the universe, and you feeling like the universe ain't working with you no more. You gonna make the fucking universe work with you. You gonna unite with the universe. You ain't got no fucking time for this shit. You about to use your wisdom, and it's going to bring you stability, and that shit will set you free. You are on the path of freedom. You are free. Like, you are flying in the wind. The veil of the ego has lifted up off of you. You are no longer like blinded by the ego. You have revealed a new version of yourself. You are revealing a new version of your life. People are seeing you in a new light. They might not tell you that. People may be just like, people may even just be repelled away from you. That's because they know that you are a new version of yourself. You are focused on your own inner growth. You get what I'm saying? You are listening to the voice of your own heart, and you are remaining grounded in love. Like, the love that you have in your heart for the life that you feel like you deserve, that is what is keeping you grounded and keeping you here and keeping you fighting. Your faith. You are releasing yourself from the fear. Like, you are releasing yourself from the fear of fear. You're releasing yourself from being scared of certain shit. You like, man, fuck it. I'm just about to go out there. Like, it's nowhere I can go from here but up. Um, you facing judgment. Like, if people been judging you or whatever it is, you saying, you know what? If that's what it is, that's what it is. Or you're speaking up. You're calling judgment. You're someone who, like you, the duality. It's the law of duality. Like I said, one from you have a good and a bad. You get what I'm saying? But you are learning how to regulate it and balance it, and that is the true most high, I feel. You know what I'm saying? So you are confidently stepping towards your inner peace, and we have love appearing. You have released all of your pain. You are letting go of resistance. You are choosing to embrace the light within with courage. You are choosing to love yourself. You are choosing to express more gratitude, more faith. Um, you are you are seeking understandings from what the fuck is going on in your life, and you are cutting yourself from shit that has you tangled up. You are freeing yourself from certain things. You may feel like your prayers are not being heard, or you are getting ready to step into this phase where you're feeling like your prayers are finally being heard. You get what I'm saying? Um, you could have some sort of divine assistance. Like I said, you could have been getting truth through, like, either reading books or just gaining knowledge or just coming across people videos, anything. You know what I'm saying? Um, you're welcoming love into your life finally. You're welcoming peace into your life finally. Like, you are tearing down this brick wall that you had built up of resistance, of like not wanting to move forward because you was just waiting or something. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, and now you just find like, man, fuck that shit, man. Let me break down the rest of this wall. Let me go ahead and see, like, I ain't got shit left. Where I'm gonna go from here? And you starting to rebuild your structure, and you starting to move on forward. You starting to fall in love with this process. You get what I'm saying? Starting to open up your eyes to certain things, like whatever put you into this inner temple, whatever made you feel like your past was blocked, or whatever. You get what I'm saying? You are freeing yourself, and you are balancing the scales. I don't want to keep saying the same thing over and over. I'm going to get ready to end it. We have you are getting ready to reap what you sow. Okay. um You need to you're remembering that your thoughts and your actions are shaping your reality. You remember, like, you're starting to remember from the past or whatever it is. Like, man, I remember when I wanted this, and how did I align my thoughts to shape my reality, or whatever. It's like you are starting to make shit shake again. And it might not be shaking because when you have to reap what you sow, you little nigga, you gotta put some you gotta go get what you gotta go to the store. All right, what seeds I want to plant? All right, I want a rose bush, I want a marigold garden, whatever it is, right? You gotta go get the seeds, then you gotta plant them, then you gotta water them, then you gotta tend to the garden. You know what I'm saying? Stuff takes time. And you may not have been reaping what you have been sowing because it was like the shit was out of balance. The rhythm wasn't rhythming. You felt like you was in darkness, and you had to find your way back to the path of light again, and cross over into light again, and use your inner power and your inner strength and set yourself free, and unite back with yourself, and unite back with your intuition, and unite back with your path and what you want. You could have been applying too much and giving too much truth to too many other sources when you had to bring it all back within. So now you're getting ready to start reaping what you sow again. Um, so you have to make sure what you thinking is positive. Like how you've been like I feel like you've been trying to really fight back with your thoughts. Like, you fat, no I ain't. You skinny, no I'm not. Like, really fighting back with, like, you don't want to. So you only strictly wanting to reap joy, happiness, light, peace, abundance, truth, love. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like in a second you are getting ready to you starting to feel like things are going to come back to you. You don't know when, but you starting to feel like things are going to come back to you, and they are. Um, it's like you planting seeds so that you can reap great rewards. You want to really reap great rewards. And I'm just going to end it here. If I said anything that resonate, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and follow. This helps my pages grow, and this helps me to stay consistent with dropping these messages for you guys. And I hope that everyone is having a great and wonderful, blessed day. Thank you for all of the love that I have been receiving thus far, and bye-bye.